What is going on, people? Welcome back to the Red Army Rant Pod. Hull City 2, Manchester United nil. Um, what can I really say? I mean, just another gutless, spineless performance by the Manchester United players. Another game, another start to the season where we always start off poorly. Like, I mean, David De Gea tweeted, "The start isn't how you always finish, but you always want to start off strong, so you can have a strong ending." However, it was still a really poor performance by Manchester United. Let's just be honest here. Like that was just a terrible all round display by by the lads. I mean, we're talking a team uh, that was touted to get relegated last year in the championship. This was the Hull City side that was tipped to get relegated last year in the championship. You know, and they gave us 72% possession just so we could do nothing with it. They knew that giving us all the possession in the world was going to enable us to do nothing. We weren't going to do anything with the ball, so they let us have it. 72% of the possession, all ours. Ray,
Morning, guys. Morning, guys. Morning, Akavin, man. Phew. Oh, man. What can I say? What can I say? Bro. And when you have this feeling before the whole, I mean, everyone was talking about, oh, AC Milan don't matter. It's pre-season. It's all that. I said, we're not going to be playing the kids. We need to be focusing on all our energy on that whole match, so we don't have the pressure the slip up, the banana egg, because I know United, I know these two opening fixtures are banana skins, or potential banana skins for United, because they have been in the past. And forget what the guy says about how you end, it's how you perform. And Hull was ready for us. We weren't ready for them. We I don't know what is it with this club, and I don't know what is it with the players, and I don't know what is it with the management. I don't know if they are too big-headed and they actually take the size of the club to their head and don't take Hull City, um, Ipswich's, Coventry's seriously. Because I know if this was an Arsenal, if we had Arsenal in the first game, we'd be ready to go. We might lose, but we'll put in performance. Um, Against Coventry, I mean, sorry, against Hull, none. 75% possession, but not penetrating the ball. We were more concerned passing the ball between ourselves than troubling the whole goalkeeper, I don't even remember how to save to make in the second half. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
pathetic. It's just pathetic how this club does this every start of the year. It seems as though they cannot end the season the way that we win 15 games or counts the man. And that's why I tell fans it didn't matter what Carrot did at the end of the year, because it's now this season, because we don't ever come into another season prepared, ready to go and fight and improve on last season. We never do it. We never ever do it. We finished third. How many times have we finished third in our lifetimes watching United over the last 13 years? Loads. And what happened in the following season?
at least two times we
Oh,
finished. At least three times we finished third around. Probably three
yeah.
times third.
And what happens the next season after? We're back down the table again. Because we never prepare, we never buy, we never say, all right, look, the following season, we're definitely going to improve on the season before. We never do it. Hull, same prime example. You do a preseason, you don't buy your players, you mess about, you're bringing in players that are not fit yet. You're not ready. You're playing the kids. You're doing all these substitutions. You're not playing Bruno. You're not starting them, get match fit, get them ready to go for the whole game. It's always 2 or 3 games after where we've already dropped points that we seem to be ready. And I'm sick of it, bro. I bloody well knew we'll drop points to Hull, because I saw the same patterns I always see. Fans get giddy over bargain prices. Talking about, we saw Belabor. Yeah, but Belaber's not going to be coming. Belaber's not going to be available till October, and God knows how many points we drop by then. And he's not even going to be ready to be fit and going because he hasn't had a preseason himself. So Belaber, he will be not Belaber because he hasn't got a preseason, and then you're going to ask him to do a lot of jobs in that midfield area, and he's not going to be match fit, ready, speed. Yeah, he can run, but
For
that don't
3
mean
weeks.
it. Huh?
He's not fit for 3 weeks now.
Exactly. He's not going to fit for 3 weeks. At the time he comes back, what, October, November, and he's not going to be ready to run up and down the pitch as quick as possible. He's going to need to be. He's going to need to be fed in. He's going to need minutes here and there,
Agreed.
and that's another dumb sign. And then he's going to. And then if he doesn't have a 1, 2, or 3 bad games, boom, he's gone. Confidence gone. And this is the kind of nonsense that we do constantly. And I blame the board because the board doesn't do what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know, you're starting a season. What you need to do is you get your players in, and even if you're going on these tours, forget playing on the kids because you're not going to start them. Why are you playing JJ Gable? Why are you playing these boys when you know you're not going to put them in the starting lineup? I mean, I don't mind if you put them in the starting lineup for starting the season, but you're not going to. You're going to send them back to the academy. Then you're going to the stars that you want. They're not going to be match fit because they've only had like a little bit of preseason minutes. And then we play a team in the first day of the Premier League. They're ready because all the men been playing preseason games. They're ready for us, and we're not ready for them.
Yeah.
And then the performance comes what you see yesterday. And then now we're on the back foot now. Now we're under pressure.
Exactly.
This game now becomes a pressure game. And we don't handle it.
It's the same old crap. I mean, bro, let's just be real here. Yeah. When you see the same lineup or a similar lineup to the years that we failed in, and we expect to do better this year, it's crazy. The fact that we still have players like Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Diogo Dalot, and Marcus Rashford in this lineup is a testament to how Manchester United have been for the last decade. When you have players of similar, of the same name and the same stature that they've been through over the last 10 years, when you have players that have been there for so long that have constantly that have helped us fail, constantly just, you know, this is not good enough. When you bring them back into the side, what's going to happen? You're going to fail. When Ten Hag took Maguire out of the team, we looked so much better defensively, solid defensively.
Yeah.
Brings Maguire back into the side, we look like shit. And then and then Luke Shaw, lowers his levels again. How many times are we going to see Luke Shaw start at left back for us? The guy does not track his runner at left back. How many times did we see in preseason that Luke Shaw doesn't track his runner at left back? He does not track his man. He does not, he's not able to catch him. He's just jogging back like no one's watching the Hull City attack. It's just letting him run through us. Run through. And when we play high up the pitch, we're like, when you're seeing Harry Maguire at the edge of your 6-yard box, oh my God, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad when you're throwing your defenders forward into the edge of the box. It's bad. And then obviously, them playing the low block. When you bring when we brought Sesko on the pitch, the guy was offered nothing because you know why? He wasn't offered the right service. When you have, I'm sorry to say this, guys, but you obviously there's gonna be people who are like saying, "Oh, but you're salty. You don't like this guy." Let me just talk. Let's just be honest here, guys. Let's just be honest for a minute here. What did Bruno Fernandes do yesterday? The guy was missing for the whole entire game. He lost the ball 22 times. We're supposed to keep the ball, not lose it. When your best player is losing the ball 22 times, you're not going to win a game. We're not going to win a game when your best player is losing the ball 22 times in a match in 90 minutes. And then he's trying this hoof ball, long ball. Well, where is it going? Who's it going to? He's returning to his old ways again, and I'm sorry, it's not going to work. You can't keep trying this long ball over the top and thinking it's going to work. Bro, the keeper wasn't even tested. The Hull City keeper wasn't even tested. Whoever his name is, credit to him. He deserves man of the match. He was incredible. You know, he wasn't even that tested. He wasn't even tested that much, but when he was, we completely flunked in front of goal. And Bumo that had that 2 chances. Bumo was throwing goal, had that 1 chance, missed. Had that 1 chance in the 6-yard box, missed.
Saved, yeah.
This is exactly what I'm trying to say. When your captain and your best player is not performing, how are you supposed to win a game? He's losing the ball 22 times in a match. In 90 minutes he's played. He's gone missing. I didn't see him in the first half. Where was Bruno Fernandes? And then the set-piece defending. Aiden Heaven did not mark his runner, and then he goes into the back post, heads the ball into the back post. Heads the ball into the post. Lamens gets the hand onto it, but the ball goes straight to the Hull City attack, and then they score 1-0. Right there, right place, right time. Defenders standing there, statue of liberty.
All the time. And
Bro,
I think this long ball thing is a tactic that we use, because I see Cunha doing the same damn thing. It's a tactic that we do when we need to somehow panicking and can't score goals. Is to hoof the ball. You know what I mean? It's to hoof the ball.
Yes.
And I don't think it's Bruno just doing it on a cuff. I think that's what they trained to do, because I see Cunha did it to Mbemo, and Bruno did it to Rashford. So it's obviously a tactic that's rubbish. I always hated it, because that's all he used to do, the same damn thing.
Yes.
And when people say, "Oh, well, Carrick is different," they didn't realize that Carrick and Ollie was teamed up to doing it the same sort of planning. So this is a tactic of Carrick.
Yeah.
There's a tactic of Carrick. He likes to do that to catch people off guard. I don't mind him doing it, but we don't have the players to do that. And Bruno's not much fair. I'm not making excuses for Bruno because he was bad. Not much fair. As I told you, you got one of your best players, captain. You should have been starting him in the games where he came back from the World Cup. He ain't match fit. He ain't got no rhythm. Now you're gonna have to wait for Bruno 2 or 3 games for him to get better. That's why he went missing. Cunha went missing again because he wasn't fit.
Yeah. Cunha was missing, but Bumo was missing. I mean,
Yeah.
Bumo runs through on goal, but Bumo couldn't finish his chances.
Couldn't finish his chances again.
Yeah, chances in the 6-yard box, couldn't take both of them.
You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. We need. I don't know what it is with this club where we cannot replicate last season performances. 15 games. You can't. Every time there's a new season, everyone's got 0 points again. United go missing again for about a month, and then they'll probably pick themselves up again towards the end of the season, where it's 15 games or 15 games to go to try and fight for the top 4 again. But we should be trying to get right now. People were talking about title. That's done now. That's done with already. Already, title's done with. No title.
Right. Do you know when I was watching the game yesterday with my pal, who's a Liverpool fan, right? I showed him the tweets that the United admin was tweeting out. Bro,
yeah.
Can I read them to you guys? This is when you guys are ever feeling low. When you guys are ever feeling low, go and read the tweets that the Manchester United admin is tweeting during a game where we're losing 2-0 to a newly promoted Hull City side. Let me read them out to you guys. Yeah, 1 second. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, guys, and subscribing. We are 12 subs to 700. Let's get there, guys. Let's get to 700. Big up Stephanie. Big up everyone in the chat.
Big up Stephanie. Always.
Let's bring the tweets up for a second, okay? Let's bring the tweets up. Yeah? Let's do that. Okay. So. 1 second.
Yeah, man. Yes, Stephanie. Good point that you put there. No urgency. Oh, sorry. Okay.
All right. Here. Look at this. Let's raise our levels. Second half. Time to regroup and go again. Looking for the next goal. Okay? 2 positive changes from the boss. Come on, lads. Bro, it's almost showtime. this is a new low for the admin of the football club. The fact that he's tweeting shit like this makes us feel like fucking Colchester United or Colchester City, excuse me, whatever.
Who's that? Who's tweeting that?
The Manchester United admin. Look at this. 2 positive changes from the boss. Come
Bro,
on,
it's
lad.
all PR. It's all bloody PR by Manchester United.
What is this guy fucking tweeting on social media?
Because he's paid by the club to tweet that shit.
What is he? Oh my god, bro.
Bro, we're so
this big of a club and we're tweeting shit like that. It's embarrassing, bro. It is a joke.
Bro, it is so corporate. It's so capitalism. It's unbelievable, bro. We could be losing 5-0 and then gonna say, oh, the lads played very well in the second half. The United are not gonna ever tweet out the truth. They're gonna tweet out what they even this dumb documentary that they're doing. They're gonna spoon feed it.
Subscribe to Strasbourg Steve, guys.
You know what I mean? They're going to spoon feed it. They're gonna make sure that it fits them. We had nothing, bro. We didn't rise no level. We had nothing. Bro, the back four is overrated. The midfield is overrated. Everything about United is overrated until you watch us play. That's why I always say, watch us play to see if we improve. We've not improved. We're the same. We're just a couple of different players. And we're asking Santos, who's not a starter, to improve us. We're asking Belieber, who was benched, to improve us. Bro, these guys are not going to do us anything this season, bro. You need to be looking at the guys who've been there. You need to be looking at Rashford, Bruno. Why are these guys go to Hull and do exactly the same thing they've been doing for years? Until you remove these players, United will always show up second best to teams that want it more. Because they've been through battles. These boys have been through battles. The battle scars. They got PDCS. They got post-traumatic disorder. Soon as they play good for about 15 minutes, somebody scores in the opposition. The heads go, the knees wobble. They start to look for the toilet because they know they're in danger of losing the game, and it happens. It happens all the time. You see it all the time. You watch the heads of these guys. You say, "Oh shit, we're gonna lose this game," because they lose their brains, and then they come out with a silly post conference. Oh yeah, we're still bubbly. One loss doesn't stop us. We're still gonna do things. Bro, how many times have I heard you say that? How many times have I heard Luke Shaw come out after stinking performance in chat? How many times have I seen Bruno chat? How many times have I seen Instagram photos? Oh, we will do better next game. Next game come. You're still messing your pants because Ipswich scores in 2 or 3 minutes into the game. They're going to be scared again.
Yeah,
it's the same old thing.
Exactly what Stephanie says here. Boom forced 2 reasonable saves from the keeper. Dorgu had a few half chances in the ball for the first half.
And that's it.
Let's talk about Patrick Dorgu. I need to talk about Patrick Dorgu, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Rubbish. Should have been gone. It should have been subbed off.
Bro, Dorgu in preseason. Do you remember the times when Mbeumo was wide open? The guy refused to cross the ball to him.
Yeah.
Today, the exact same. There was a time when he could have crossed the ball into the box. He didn't do that. He was holding onto the ball. If your cross is shit, why are you there? Why are you playing over there? If your cross is shit, stand at the edge of the box or play for the back. Because your cross ain't good enough in the first place. Why? And him as left winger ain't gonna make it any better. It's not gonna make it any better. Him playing at left wing ain't gonna help. It won't help anymore.
This man thought this.
Sorry. He's not a left wing. He's a left back. But even a left back, he can't defend. So the guy ain't good enough. He's shown me he's not good enough for this football club, Dorgu. I don't care if it's the second full season. The guy clearly is not good enough.
No, but he was doing bonehead stuff in the game. He was trying to think he's Messi or something, taking on 2 men and falling over, not passing the ball, not crossing the ball, heading the ball in a different direction where he should be heading the ball on goal. It was really rubbish. And I don't know why Carrick didn't sub him off half time.
Yes. Why did we sub? No, actually, he did get subbed off at half time. He did.
All right. Sorry, I forgot.
Rashford came on at half time for.
Yeah, and Rashford, to his credit, looked like a winger. Looked more threatening. But of course, nobody was penetrating the box.
But there was no threat. Like it's all well and good getting past defenders and all of that, but
There's nobody in the box though.
where was
There was
the
nobody in the
final?
box. I
Where
mean,
was
he
the end
did
product?
put some crosses in. Sesko unfit, and he couldn't
The
get
keeper was
his head
claiming
onto
it
some of
all.
them.
The keeper was claiming it all, bro. The keeper was claiming all the crosses.
Yeah,
You know, there was no
bro.
third
We're not
party.
saying. Listen, what Aaron says there, Mr. Kuma says there, bro. It's a, it's a struggle game. It's a must-win game. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be nervous. Ipswich
Yes.
O'Neill knows how to beat us. We needed to beat Hull, and we needed to be on that high to go into Ipswich on a high with confidence, saying yes, we're gonna get these 3 points. Now we're going into Ipswich match nervous, worried, thinking, oh, what if we make a mistake? We go down 1-0, we don't score a goal, suddenly 0 points, 2 matches, and now you have to go to Everton. So we've messed up already. We've already on the back foot. We're not on the front foot. We're not on the front foot where we're like, yes, we've beaten Hull. I mean, I wouldn't have cared if we didn't beat them, if we didn't play very well. But as long as we beat them, we got the 3 points. We start off the season. We'll be like, yes. Now, what Mr. Kumar, that Ipswich game is going to be stomach in the butterflies in the stomach, because you'll be thinking, if we don't beat Ipswich, bro, it's a struggle. It's warning signs. It's going to be, and then if we perform even more terribly, it's going to be a hard season, because you now
And
have to go and get 3 points at Everton, and Everton ain't easy. Then you got to play Man City. So if we don't get 3 points in the next 3 games, boys, we'll be at 6 games, 0 points.
yeah.
So we
And
got to just listen, throw the kitchen at Ipswich and try and get some goals and try and win, because we've messed up against Hull. We've messed up. 2-0 down half time, not even trying to score to make it 2-2 or get out of there with a draw at least. If we got out there with a draw, I say, oh look, okay, we messed up, but at least we got a point. So we're on the board. Boys, we're not on the board.
bro, when does the window close? Can someone remind me when the window closes?
Next week, Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, next week, Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that Ipswich result is not a win, watch the alarm bells ring, and the deadline day hassle comes back.
Yeah.
I promise you. Just watch. If we don't beat Ipswich, these guys are going to go. These guys are going to go meeting the next day. Oh, we have to sign some players now. The fans are going to go crazy. There's sign some players. Why didn't you do that before the fucking season started? Why didn't you do that before the season started? I don't understand. I never will understand.
And why didn't you sign players who are fit, who can go straight into?
Exactly.
I mean, okay, yes, Believers might be a good signing. I'm not questioning Believer, but the guy can't play till
game. I think Baleba's back next
October.
game. I think he's been out. No, I think Baleba's back already after the international break.
I think
No,
it's
but
out
what I'm
until
saying,
October.
No, it's 3
no,
weeks.
but what I'm saying, guys, is I'm not questioning Believers, everyone, but what I'm saying is, why you sign Believer, but we're not going to see him till October. We're not going to see him till October. So that's bullshit. We should have been signing a man that could start the Ipswich game. Start the Ipswich game.
Yeah, it's similar players that lost to Brentford in 22-23. Similar defenders. You know, in that Milan game, right? We had the same backline that lost 4-0 against Brentford in 22-23. 4-0.
And that what pisses me off, Kevin. When I was watching that game, was like it gives me PTSD. I thought we finished the story of conceding from set pieces, conceding from free kicks, conceding from corner kicks. I thought that is a story that is in the past. I thought that story was done, dusted, and everything. But when I watched that match, I was like, these players, what have they been doing in this preseason? What have they been practicing in these training pitches? Because I I I saw how they were trying to defend those corner kicks. It's like even those semi-professional clubs can do better defending that these players can do. So it is disappointing. And then these are the same players, Kevin, that will go and earn 300k a week after producing a bullshit performance like this. These are the same players that will earn 200k a week. Bruno Fernandes will still go and earn, if he signed that new contract, he'll still go and earn like 500,000 a week after producing that bullshit performance. The captain himself should be blamed because he disappeared in that game. Bruno Fernandes disappeared in that game, and I'm not
He was
letting let.
been
Huh?
awful. He's been awful, bro.
Yeah.
He keeps on doing this hoofball, long ball over the top. Loses the. He lost the ball how many times last night? 22 times.
Yeah,
22
and I'm not going to I'm not going to let him go out of the skepticism. I know fans love him, but Bruno Fernandes, he need to be held to the highest standard of our United player. All of these players need to be held to the highest standard of what it means
Yeah,
to play
everyone.
for this club.
Exactly.
And they failed yesterday. And as the comment that said there, listen, what was the manager doing? Why did he allow these intensity to drop? Why did he allow the way that we were playing? You know what I mean? The comment said he might be sacked by November if he continues this in a bubble sort of thing. He should be looking at these boys and being angry at them and saying, "Look, they're going to cost me my job. What are you doing?" You know what I mean? Because what we were doing against Hull, I didn't see any style again. I didn't see any urgency. I mean, we were losing, but we were losing for almost all the match. And we just had no urgency to. I mean, people were jogging and taking it easy to go to the corners and taking their time. There was no zip about our play. It was like we were still in preseason. It's like, it's all right, lads. It's just Hull. We just chill. There was no, and Hull were banging us down. We lost all our Jews.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
And that was also frustrating me is how slow United is. United, when we are in possession, like we are turtles. In counter-attack, we are turtles. If going slow like an old man. You may think,
that's how we are, bro.
Actually, I thought Santos was a 34-year-old man playing football. I thought Tillsman was a 40-year-old man playing football. I thought Bruno was a 50-year-old man playing football.
And these old men will run faster than these guys.
And even now, like if you watch our legends play, have you watched how our legends play, like those legendary games? They even play faster football in possession than us.
Yeah. I mean, Luke Shaw's watching the guy, and then the guy just runs past him.
Yeah,
he's just watching the ball. Oh, guys, the guy's running past you. You're supposed to mark your man, drop back and mark your guy, not watch the ball.
Yes. At what point? At what point in that match, I thought Luke Shaw was escorting the man to the box instead of defending the box. I thought he was escorting the man to the box.
Yeah, here you go, sir. Just run in the box.
Yeah.
And the corner. Don't even talk about the corner. I mean, the corner. I don't know what we were doing, bro. Somebody couldn't even head the ball away. Somebody jumped, couldn't even get the head away, and it somehow get to, again, ball watching. Again, he's young. He should be looking at the guy who's marking. He doesn't look at him. He just lets him come off his shoulder and almost score. And then somebody taps it in. It's a tap in.
And also, I'm calling out Harry Maguire because Harry Maguire is the second oldest of that back line. Harry Maguire should be calling out these guys. Harry Maguire should be shouting that game, saying, "What are we doing? Well, we should be doing better."
But you guys are forgetting that he himself is also another walking error prone.
Even if he's a walking error as well, he should. That's what I'm saying. We need to hold these guys accountable to the standards they are. Luke Shaw have been at this club has gone to 5 manager changes. By the time the 6th manager change is happening, I want Luke Shaw gone. I don't want Luke Shaw to be here for the 7th manager change.
No,
I don't want. Yeah, even Dalot. I don't want Dalot to be here for this. For how many times how many manager changes has he gone to? Probably 3 to 4 by now. Yeah, and then some.
So Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm not going to say Ralph Rangnick because these are
full-time managers.
Okay. So
Ten Hag.
So Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Eric Ten Hag, Ruben Amorim,
And now Carrick.
6 managers this guy's gone through. 6.
Doing the exact same shit that he's done 6 times before.
Exactly.
And he's still getting picked. Yeah, still getting picked. This is the reason why I don't believe in it. This is why I don't believe in the project.
Not tracking his runner. The guy's just jogging back. Like, he's not watching the runner. Like, how are you supposed to play? This is why I said the left-hand side is fucking weak. The left-hand side is really weak, guys. There's no tracking back on the left-hand side at all. We get cooked on the left-hand side. But even the right-hand side was awful. And Bumo did nothing. And Bumo has done nothing for a long time.
It's actually our channels that has been having an issue.
The manager and the players, all of them were at fault, bro. No, everyone was at fault.
Everyone was at fault, man. We're poor, and they don't change it. They don't change it when United are poor. They come out and say, "Oh, everything's okay. Yeah, this is just a blip." They don't change. They don't challenge themselves to change it. The manager didn't change anything. You could have saw exactly the same performance you saw against Leeds, AC Milan, where the channels are poor, as Carlos says, and we've been saying that the channels are very, very poor because we have poor players there, and they're not challenging themselves to remove the poor players and bring players who can play better in the channels. All you've got to do is sling a long ball in the channels and watch us struggle. And this is without, even if you put Blaber there, Blaber's not going to be able to cover 2 or 3 channels. You know, you're not going to be able to cover left and right. No, I don't care how fast he is. I don't care how fit he is. He's not going to be able to control to help out either Diallo or Luke Shaw, because once they pull the Labour out of position, somebody else is going to slot in between his position, and they'll find the ball and you should have a wide open shot. So we need to fix the channels. We need to have faster players that can move back and forward with a Belabor or mainly whoever, and then you can be compact when you're going back. Because our players are slow in the channels, we always going to have that space. Teams are with fast wingers, and we don't stop crosses. So teams with fast wingers will penetrate us and get in the box quick, and you know that's the problem.
And that issue today is that we are faster in counter-attacking teams, but we are too slow in defending those counter-attacks. And also, I want to send a message to Ineos. Please go.
Sorry.
Yeah, I want to send a message to Ineos. Please go sign a coach that teach these boys how to defend set pieces.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this being a reason why we are conceding goals.
What's that Woodgate guy here for? I thought Woodgate was supposed to help us defend.
He's rubbish. I never rated Jonathan Woodgate, and he's not even an experienced coach. It's the exact same problem we had last season under Amorim, set pieces, Ten Hag set pieces, Ollie set pieces. So we've always been bad at defending set pieces. Bad. How many games have we lost by giving away a set piece?
Too many.
I think Ruben
Amorim too many points.
Too many points, yeah.
I think Ruben Amorim was more comfortable with set pieces. I think we lost 3-0 against Bournemouth twice in a row. Remember we lost to Bournemouth 3 times in a row? Two times in a row at Old Trafford, 3-0. Even when slapping them 3-0 at Old Trafford under Erik ten Hag. The next year we lost 3-0. We lost 3-0 again the next year. And this is what I mean. Gary O'Neill knows how to play against his side. And he's the manager of Ipswich Town next week. They're no mugs. They just beat Sunderland yesterday, who are in Europe this season. They've just come up from the Championship. They are no mugs at the moment. And Cito's balling out. So next week ain't going to be that easy. People think, oh, it's going to be walking the park, Ipswich Town or Old Trafford. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think we might even drop points in that game. I won't be surprised if we drop points. And if we do drop points, there'll be alarm bells ringing the next morning at the United front office. I promise you, there'll be alarm bells ringing because these guys are thinking, oh shit, deadline day is tomorrow. They're doing their homework in the last minute. They're going to do their homework in the last minute. No left back signed. Baleba's not done yet. Edison deal failed. You know, we haven't signed a center back, not even a right back. Our right back's fucking terrible. Forget them. They're terrible. Our center backs, we don't have a center back. Non-existent. Our defenders are non-existent. They ain't good enough.
No pace in the back line.
I've said this before, Ray, and Kyle, Maguire, Evan, and Euro in the Champions League. We're going to get fucking destroyed.
Yes, because European teams play faster football.
It's not even that. It's the quality we're playing in. It's not even the faster. Bro, Kvaratskhelia can just nutmeg you. It's done. It's over. It finished.
Oh, that's gonna be done, bro. You got Due and Kvaratskhelia on this. Bro, it's finished. It's done. You're done. And then you go to Bayern Munich. You got Olise, and then you got the other somebody else. Well, is it who's on the other side?
Which one?
Olise, and who's on the other side?
Elise, and it's other kid.
It's beginning with M in it. Is it Muscular? Is it Muscular? What his name is?
What? The
right winger.
There's
There's a left winger and then a right winger. I remember for Bayern Munich.
By Elise.
No, Elise, and then there's another guy. Is it Muscular?
There's another guy.
Another guy from Luis Diaz on the left.
The other way, yeah, on the other wing.
On the other wing of Bayern Munich.
Huh?
Diaz.
Diaz, yeah. Yeah, it's over. Diaz, seriously, it's over. Diaz,
ex-Liverpool guy, by the way.
It's over. And then we go to Real Madrid. We got to Junior. Then we've got Ella, and then we've got Mbappe. Boys, we're gonna get dusted.
And then we have Jan de Monde as well.
Yeah.
Diamond. Yep.
Boys,
yeah, and even in the Premier League, we have Bacola that we could be facing against. Bacola and
Rio.
Yeah.
Bacola, Bay. Yeah. When we face them in the Premier League.
Rio and Gamoura as well. That Liverpool.
Rio and Gamoura, and Bacola.
And if Liverpool sign Mbappe from PSG, oh my lord, we're gonna get.
So the problems we have on the channels are going to be exposed massively.
Yes,
massively.
And people, and I kept getting messages in the chat last week on Friday that Ray, you saw it as well. That but we conceded less goals last season with this back line. Nobody cares about one game a week defense. How about 2 games a week defense? We're getting cooked now by Hull City. Imagine playing
our defense is being cooked now.
Imagine playing PSG.
We got cooked by AC Milan.
PSG. We
got cooked by Leeds. People know what people. The older, because we got an older back line and it's now slower. Luke Shaw's slower because he's older. Maguire is slower because they're older. And Heaven and Euro really not getting the minutes they need to develop to be our pick. I mean, where wasn't Euro picked last night? I would have picked Euro over him.
Actually, right. What this reminds me of, like of a situation in a company where the legacy system, over an IT legacy system where the legacy system is aging and the new system is too young for them to adopt. So there's that clash, and that's where United is.
Yeah.
Is at
the clashing.
Yeah, there's a clash between the old and the young, and because it's caused by this famous thing called the Old Boys FC. Yeah, this ownership, they don't know a thing about football. So what do? They go to Old Boys and they tell the Old Boys, how do you manage a football club? How do you own a football club? You go to boys who play football for their life, for their professions, to ask how to manage a football club.
Yes.
And this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. There's Old Boys FC, and they don't have any kind of idea. I mean, I'm not against Carrick. I'm still not Carrick out just yet because I'm giving him to May. But what happened is Carrick has been here before, so they go to him for advice, where they should be setting the standard to say, look, we want to play fast-paced football. We want young players in. We want to play this kind of football. Let's go get a coach that is today that can actually do it. You know what I mean? Don't keep bringing back the old legends of the club. Oh, yeah, he's won 5 time leads. Or this guy's a legend. Or all the legends keep speaking. I don't want to see Rooney. I love Wayne, but I don't want to see him in the coaching staff. I don't want to see Johnny Evans on the coaching staff. I don't want to see anybody that's got any kind of heart connection to United. I want to see new men with new ideas, because that's what we need. And this is the ownership don't get it. We need new men with new ideas to say, look, yeah, okay, we did this in the past. Yeah, we'll still keep the core, bringing in the youths, but we need new ideas how to play football because we're playing the same old football. We're still doing the hoofball since holidays, and that's 6 years ago. We're still doing the hoofball. We're
Ray,
still doing it.
Ray, if Carrick was doing this with players that he got, signings that we got, right? If Carrick was doing this with, for example, if Chouameni was in the side, if for example Camavinga was in the side, like if we sign all these players, we were still losing like this. Okay, then I'm starting to think Carrick might be the problem, because tactically you've got your players now. You have to adapt, right? You had a whole preseason. This is the same side that we saw a couple years, a very similar side we saw a couple of years ago.
Very similar. Very, very similar.
Very similar, man.
But also, Kevin.
Yeah, Josh, subscribe to him. I'll deal with you tomorrow, Josh. Yeah, I know you're saying took one hell of a beating. Yeah, I'll deal with you tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll deal with you tomorrow. Or whenever.
But also, Kevin, that let managers who actually take a side as they are and make them better. Look at Vincent Company. Vincent Company need to make so many signings for them to make Bayern Munich better as they are. He repaired what Bayern Munich already had. So,
yeah, man, I hear you with that. But I think what happened is, I think we are past that now. I think we United squad, a lot of our players now past. We can get them back.
I hear both sides. I hear what you're both saying. I hear you have to adapt to the current situation. You have to adapt to the current, like, what you already have. You have to adapt to that, but you also have to be backed. So it's two things at once can be true. And I hear both.
I mean, I hear what Kyler said, but what I'm saying is, I think some of our players past that, or you can get them better. Like if Shaw was 26, 27, and he was having a bad season last season, and you bought Carrick again, I expect Carrick to get him better. And I expect that to work with what you got to get better. But Shaw's been now with 6 managers, and he's now in his 30s. How can you get better? How can you improve him? You can't improve him anymore with a different coach. You've got to now look at it and go, all right, you've been a good servant. We've got a different coach. We're now going to buy Baldi. He's going to be the starting left back, and we're going to go a bit younger. Then you see if Carrick can develop Baldi into a worldie. Yeah, that right, actually, Baldi and worldie. So you could put Baldi in there, and you're bringing in Belabor, and then you're getting rid of Mount, and you're getting rid of all these other guys. You got Santos in there. Then you had brought in a Chouameni or something like that. These are the kind of things I would say, okay, yes, we are developing the team because this is Carrick players. He can now work with a brand new squad. He's not working with the old guard anymore. He's working with the new guard. He's got younger players. He's got a little bit more experience with the Chouameni. And then you could say yes. But when you have the same old people, it ain't never gonna work. Because they're going to do the same old thing.
Yeah, true. But also, you see, I think also what's the issue in that recruitment team as well is there's a clash of ideas. It's a clash between Vivell versus Wilcox. It's what Vivell wants. It is new modern players, and what Wilcox wants, it is all traditional playing. So I think United as well has not identified what is United's club identity away from Sir Alex Ferguson. What is our club identity away from Sir Alex Ferguson? Because we have always been. I know a lot of United fans will attack me for saying this, but we don't have a club identity outside Sir Alex Ferguson.
No.
Look at City. Look at City. Look at Chelsea. Look at Liverpool. They have a club identity outside Liverpool, outside Pep Guardiola. They have that identity. Chelsea has that identity. United doesn't have.
Yeah, we have
been so. I will say this, the Manchester people talk about the Manchester way. What is the Manchester United way? The Manchester United way is winning trophies and winning big matches. That's the Manchester United way. It doesn't matter who the manager is. It doesn't matter how you win. It's about winning.
We've gone away from actually footballing ways, as what Kyle said. The board don't sit down and go, Varela and Walcott don't sit down and go, this is what we want to do. Okay, we want to go younger. We want prospects. Or we want to get ready-made players in, play the box, and they don't have a vision. They don't. Everything's reactionary. Everything. Oh, we lose the Hull. Oh, let's go get this guy. Let's go get that guy. They're not thinking. All right, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Okay, both of them should be working for that goal, and identifying people who can do that role, and then identifying players who can play that. Not giving guys a chance because they're legends of the club, or not keeping the same people here because they've been here before. You've got to, you've got to move away from the 90s and the 2000s. Yeah, those are great days. Remember them all they want, but don't keep bringing back Ferguson players. We've had Giggs, we've had Solskjaer, we've had Rule Van Nistelrooy, we've got friggin' Evans, who was a Fergie player. We need to get away from that Fergie area and bring it into a new era. This is why I wanted an Enrique and I wanted Nagelsmann. I wanted someone away from Manchester United to bring in and let them have the power and the ball go, okay, look, what do you want? Yeah, here you go. And be patient with it and see what happens. We just want to keep pleasing the fans based by bringing the legends. And because the legends, you don't really want to say anything about bad, but because the legends. And this is where you get the division, because the people who want to say something will get attacked by the fans who will say, no, he's a legend. Don't attack him. What are you talking about? He's not carrying.
No, but
don't talk about it.
A lot of the United fans nowadays, they ain't scared to attack legends, because there's a lot of things that Paul Scholes said about the club, a lot of things about that Roy Keane has said, oh, this guy ain't no captain, leader, legend.
Yeah, but the guys who are coaching, they don't
they're so easily offended about everything about this football club, and they're so soft-hearted about any bad word about this club, that they're so scared to protest. I'm talking about the fans in general. Like a lot of these guys are so scared, like, to attack the club, and so many things that Paul Scholes will say, so many things that Roy Keane will say, Gary Neville will be put into the, like how you ignore a friend that was once in your high school. You don't want to see them anymore because they've been a part of you for so long. You kind of got bored of them, in a way. I don't know. That's a bad analogy, man. That's a really bad analogy. What I'm gonna say is that a lot of these people, a lot of these legends, have been heavily criticized by this football club, or the fans of this club, all right, for stating their opinion. And some of them are being called, oh, you're not a legend, or you're not this, you're not that, you're not a legend for saying such and such. They hated on Paul Scholes for saying some things about Bruno, like Roy Keane for saying something about Bruno, but forgetting that Roy Keane won how many league titles and a Champions League title, forgetting that Paul Scholes has done so much for this club. Sometimes I may agree or disagree with some of the legends, things the legends are saying, but that doesn't mean they're not no longer a legend because they said something like that. That's because they're saying things that you don't agree with. Oh, he's negative. He's saying this and that. He's not.
He's telling the truth. I mean, when Scholes when Scholes says he don't know how Carrick got those. Sorry, I'll cut you off.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, when Paul Scholes said he don't know how Carrick got getting these results because the football is bad. People attack Scholes, but he was right. He don't know how he was getting those results. Fast forward. Look what happened to Hull. We play the same football, terrible, and we don't get the win. And now everyone's like, oh. And this is where I was telling people, you have to have a performance, and you have to see a vision, and then the results will come. People say, oh, I don't mind how we play, we win. But what happens when you play bad and you lose 2-0 and you can't come back, or you can't get a scummy win? You start to complain, you start to lose your head. But the problems have been there, even when we were winning games under Carrick, that we saw how we were playing in certain games. And I wasn't being negative when I was saying, look, okay, yeah, we're getting the wins, but some of the football is terrible. Fast forward today, what you're getting terrible football again, but you're not winning. And that's what you have to fix your product. It's like anything. You go to a restaurant, you eat a food. It might be your favorite restaurant, but as soon as the food gets bad, you stop going there. Why? because the food is bad. Even though you love the restaurant, but the food is bad. And this is what happened to United. We love United, but the football is bad, and we never fix the
You
football.
want the food to get better. It's like
Yeah,
you've been,
yeah.
you're a
I
loyal
don't just want
customer.
to eat it. I just want to eat it because I'm hungry. I want to eat and enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with the football, I don't want to just win the games. I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy the football. I want to see us play good football because I know that you can't just rely on results alone. You have to play good football to get the results.
Not,
Yesterday,
not necessarily, but you have to
no,
do
hold
something
on. Hold on. Yesterday, I understand what you're saying. Not necessarily. Sometimes, but
sometimes.
our thing with United is that we consistently play bad football. Yes, we might get the odd results. You might beat City here and there. You might beat this guy here and there playing bad. You might go to Chelsea and play bad and win. But when you get found out by Hull, you get found out because you're still playing the same bad football. I thought we'll go back to Hull, play some good football, even if you win 1-0, because the scoreline don't really bother me. If you win 1-0, but another football is good, I said, wow, we win 1-0, but look, chance after chance, we defended well. But when you play like a fool and you get absolutely physically beaten, that's no difference than what I've been seeing in the last couple of games. But you've only snagged the goal in the last minute to save yourself. But we couldn't do that because you know what I mean. And this is where I'm saying the intensity level of the football has gone down. The football itself has gone down, and so we shouldn't be surprised when we get beat by Hull because you could see it coming. You could see it coming in pre-season. You see that something was happening at the end of the pre-season when the players looked bad. We were getting beaten by Leeds. Okay, we won on penalties. People say it was pre-season. Then Milan come on. Do you think people don't watch the people? Boys, we live in a world of analysms and big cameras. Do you think people are not watching United every time they play bad and think, oh, that's how they play? Okay, I'm ready for them. And that's what Hull did. The Hull manager came out and he said, I've been watching United how they play, and I have a system that I could have gotten to them. We stuck to that plan and we did it. And you see, this is what I'm saying. People don't understand. People are watching you. They're watching you from pre-season to the start of the season. Gary O'Neill will be watching that. He'll be watching that whole game, thinking, okay, this is how we're going to set up. This is how we're going to beat United. And if the players don't show up, guess what? We're going to get beat.
Yeah. And what worries me, I think, is that we are too predictable.
Too predictable.
Yeah, you can just put a low block and you can know for sure United will not win tonight. United will not get a draw against you. So you're most likely to get one counter attack that hits them on one counter attack and you'll get 3 points.
Yep.
Yeah, and also something else. I feel like Obomo is too, like, what do you call it? Obomo is too soft as a right winger. Yeah, like you see how, yeah, he gets bullied off the ball, and you see how Ahmad tries to kick the defender outside the position so that he can create space for other people to run in. Obomo, he sees the defender and he goes head in, and the defender is the one who wins the battle. Ahmad is the one who diverts around and tries to create space and carve it in. Yeah. And with Ahmad being out for most likely 3 months or something like that.
3 months? What?
I think 12 weeks. 12 weeks. It's a grade 3 injury.
What?
Most likely it could be a grade 3 injury.
What happened? Wait, what happened?
It is an ankle injury. Ankle.
Oh boy. I didn't even know he was injured.
I didn't hear about anything.
It was gotten to I just searched why he missed the game against Hull City.
Okay.
Yeah, he suffered an ankle injury in training ahead of season,
Jesus.
ahead of Hull City. It is
grade 3 grade 3 ankle sprain or something, you said.
Yeah, let me even put it.
Wait, how many weeks did you say he's gonna miss?
12 weeks.
That's 4 months.
Jesus Christ. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying,
Bro,
boys? This is what I'm
Dorgu missed,
saying.
Dorgu missed 8 weeks or 10 weeks.
That's what I'm
Bro,
saying, guys. Sorry, I had to go and charge my phone. I can't put my camera on,
bro,
but this is what I'm
no,
saying. This is what I'm saying, man. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I say. These board doesn't plan for injuries. They don't have they don't build. They don't build. They go, yeah, everything's okay. But you don't build for people get injured in training, people get injured in the
okay.
match.
Actually, Ray, I
Just
will say
don't
this: the
build.
right hand side is okay. I think the right hand side is okay. For me,
Is it?
Is
yeah.
it? You'll want
I
you'll
think
want a
no,
Bomo
no,
to start for 3 months
no, no, no,
on the
no.
right hand side.
And this is where Lacey comes in and gets his opportunities now. This is where he comes in.
No,
And
but
gets
he's a lefty guy, isn't it?
no, but that's what I mean. You cut inside and play with your left. That's why I think he's better off playing on the right hand side. That's why I think this is his time to get minutes now. The goal he scored against, what was it, Rosenborg or something? I'm not saying it's a big game or whatnot, but you see examples of that. He goes through on goal, he cuts in a bit, and he shoots.
Okay. I mean,
You give him chances like that, he might put the ball back in the net. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is now time for United to really go out there and assess the whole situation. The fact that Ahmad has been out for 12 weeks, you know, this guy was balling out in preseason. One thing that you say about Ahmad is create space. Ahmad's been balling out this preseason. He's been incredible, right?
yeah. Now he's down. Now he's down hurt, and
now this is gonna ruin him. This is gonna ruin his start to the season.
exactly.
Then what we're gonna do? We're gonna be like, we'll give him time. We're not gonna rush him back to the squad. Then he'll miss another 14, 15 weeks. So by December he'll be back.
No,
By
actually, I
December,
think most likely they'll give him by the end of the year, around there.
wow, I can't believe this, man.
Yeah, because I was wondering why he wasn't in the squad at all. I
This
thought it
happens
had to
to
be
the most
injured.
informed players. Patrick Dorgo informed last year. It happens to the most informed players, and then he gets injured.
And we don't have backup. Okay, Lacey might be a backup, but he's still a youth player, and we have to rely on him now. And he might get hurt. What if he gets hurt? Who else do we have? And that's the problem. We need a squad, mate. This is what I tell people. You know, listen. The signs are already there that United are not going to have a really good season, and we're probably fighting for top 5 because we don't have the squad there. And then you know, we told Ineos. Well, we speak to why United fans are worried because the squad is not there. You cannot just have Ahmed and Lacey. You have to have another. You have to have 3 people really in quality. You have to have. The first choice should be Ahmed. The second choice should be somebody else, and Lacey should be third choice as a development man. Now you're going to be using a development man as your main man, and then if he gets hurt or gets suspended or whatever, who is going to be there? No one. Maybe Thompson. Maybe then but then again, Thompson is another development man. So you're relying on development men in a crucial season that you need to get back into Europe, instead of buying players to help, buying players, spending money actually to help build a squad. So Ahmed gets hurt. Okay, yes, we feel sorry for Ahmed, but we've got Diamonde, and then we've got somebody else who can fill straight into Ahmed's role, who's a senior but not a veteran. You get me? Because there's a difference between sorry.
Photos and shoots and interviews to MBTV.
Yeah.
I had to bring this comment back up. I brought it up earlier. I need to bring it back up.
Yeah.
This is sorry.
Yeah.
Continue, Ray.
Yeah, because you see, there's a difference between a senior and a veteran. A veteran player is one who's been around a long time. Senior guy is a guy that, like a Rashford age, he's not really a youth player, but he's in his 28, he's 26, 27, and he can get the job done. We lack a lot of those guys. Now, we've got Rashford. Maybe he can cover for Ahmed. But we need guys we need more 26, 28-year-old guys in our team that can cover for the youth. That can be there, and the youth can cover for them and learn off of them. We don't, you know what I mean? Losing Ahmed is a big blow. It's a big blow to him and a big blow to United because he was good. He was good in the preseason, and you thought he'll have a good season. Now we're down wingers, so we do need now. Not only do we need another centre forward, we probably need another winger.
At least Sesko's back. That's the only positive I have about the attack.
But the thing is though, with Sesko, you can't run him down into the ground. You need a backup striker. And see, the thing why I don't like about Manchester United is we buy one man, and we tend to want to circle him around the team to make it cheap. Listen, guys, I have a fear with Baleba, and it's not because I don't think Baleba will not play good. My fear with Baleba is we'll buy Baleba, and because he can play left back, and he can play midfield, and he can play centre back, we're going to be shipping him around in places. We're going to be saying, "Oh, yeah, we don't have a left back. Yeah, Carlos, you got there, and you'll be seeing the starting lineup, and you'll be looking. Wait, why is Baleba at left back? Because he can play that instead of actually go buy a left back."
Do you remember we did remember Ray Sophia and Amrabat?
Yeah, we bought Amrabat, and we thought, wow, we got fucking stacking him at left back. We're gonna do the same thing with bloody.
You know why? You know why we played him at left back? Because he chased out Mbappe. Way.
We're gonna listen. I'm telling you now, yeah. Watch this. We're gonna be doing the same thing with Baleba. We're gonna buy Baleba, and we're gonna stick him on left back because we're not gonna buy a left back.
I don't think we're planning to buy a left back at all.
Huh?
But no, I'm saying I don't think we're planning to buy a left back.
I don't think we're planning to. I think we're trying to.
I think we are buying a left back. I think, but that'll be done on the.
No, I think no. We are forced to buy a left back because we have seen too many traumas, and that's the thing about this board.
I think we'll buy one, but it'll be like a while.
It will be like what, a Baldi kind of player. No, but we need to go after, like, you know, that David Rom kind of player.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want a Baldi. I don't want a Lewis Hall. I know people are saying why.
I think Balde is a good player. I'd bring Balde.
No, I'll want someone who closes in that ball into the box as well.
But you also need a player that can go forward well, because our left backs just don't track back. Like, one thing with Balde is, yeah, if you bring Balde in, for example, you have a guy that can go up and cross. Our left backs can't put a decent cross into the box, bro. You know, Balde is a good player from left back. If you bring Balde in, that's a good start at left back. That he starts over Luke Shaw immediately. Luke Shaw goes to the bench. He doesn't sniff a minute for United if Balde comes in. Balde is by far the better left back. It's not even close competition, bro. Luke Shaw doesn't even compete with Balde at left back. He doesn't. David Rom's better than Luke Shaw at left back. You know,
everybody's better than Luke Shaw now.
You know what I would do? I'd bring David Rom and Balde just to face Luke Shaw in this club. Seriously.
And that's what proper board will do, bro. They'll bring in two players and say, all right, see you, Luke Shaw, that's last season. But they won't do that.
Yep.
Yeah. But because United's board is incompetent.
You know, like Ray said earlier, it's like, you know, you're a loyal customer to an old restaurant you used to go to when you were younger, but the food's getting worse by the year. You know, but you're still going there because you want to eat. You're hungry, and you still support them. You know, exactly what this is. We're demanding the better food. We're demanding better everything. You know, so you can enjoy the meal even more. But when you're hungry, you want to go to your local restaurant that you used to go to every single time when you were a kid, because you support it, you love it, you love the people there, you love the people running it, you love the people who gave you so much care. This club gave us so much joy and trophies. They ain't doing that no more. We want that for this club, and that's what we've always asked for. You know,
we always ask for better players. We can see ourselves that the players that you presented to us are failing, and they've failed us for so long. We want better players now. We don't want to keep. I mean, we haven't gone to the player ratings yet, but of course, this is going to be the same old ratings we've been given for years.
Might as well go there now, bro, because I have another show very soon. So
there you go. So, you know, I mean, I could start. I mean, we're going to go to the player ratings. Right. Lamens, I'll give him a 7, because what could he do with those 2 goals? They were shit. I mean, somebody was blaming him for the second goal, but nah, he couldn't come and catch that ball. He couldn't do that. It was put in a play area where the defense should have carried it. Huh?
I'd say 6.
I'll give a 7, because he did good saves. He had to do one save before we would have went down 1-0. We didn't get the warning of that save when the guy had the free header. and he pulled it out. So and then he pulled out another save to keep us in the game at that point. So I'll give him a 7. Maguire, I'll give a 5.
No, no. Let Kyle go.
All right.
Yes, he will start. So
Yeah,
I'll go for
so for Lament, I give him a 6.5. Reason number one is because as a goalkeeper, your main job is to not make sure a goal goes past a goal. You consider goal. So he considered 2 goals, so that has deducted the ratings to something like 8. Also, when you concede 2 goals from set pieces, it's your job as a goalkeeper to shout at these defenders and tell them, "What are you doing? You are exposing me to the set pieces. They should wake up." Lement should show leadership in that defense. That defense is his, and as a goalkeeper, you should show
Yep.
leadership. Look at how David De Gea used to do. When David De Gea used to concede a goal, he used to shout at. How many times has David De Gea shouted at Maguire? Too many times. How many times has Andre Onana shouted at Maguire? Too many times. Lement needs to show leadership. He needs to show aggressiveness against these defenders of his, because these are his defenders. If his defenders are exposing him as against set pieces, and then he's just being exposed. There's nothing more he can do. He should be shouting at them, and that way I'm giving fault at him for not taking charge of his defense. And that's a 6.5 for me because that's a fail as a goalkeeper. Yeah.
Lamens. I'm saying 6. We're all moving on to the next player now is Mazraoui.
5.
3. Sorry, Mazraoui has been fucking awful since preseason. He's been shit. Mazraoui needs to go, guys. He's another player that needs to be binned. He's clearly not good enough. Don't know why he's still here. Mazraoui should have been binned off this summer. Should have gone for a right back. Should have bought a right back. Look, Aston Villa bought Wan-Bissaka. Why did we let go of Wan-Bissaka? The guy is so much better than Diogo Dalot and Mazraoui defending. It's so obvious. He's so much better than any of them. We let him go for free. Let him walk for free. Wan-Bissaka is just so much better than all the guys we have right back right now.
It because Ekeven, we thought that the glass is cleaner on the other side. That's why.
But we never replaced Wan-Bissaka. That's the problem.
Now we're suffering with Diogo Dalot after finishing 15th and losing a European final to Spurs, and he's still a right back, can't defend for shit. Dalot and Mazraoui, terrible pairing at right back. Terrible pairing at right back.
Yep.
You phase one of them out and bring in a proper right back, in my opinion. You phase one of Dalot and Mazraoui out, you sell one of them and you bring another right back in. Or you sell both and bring 2 in. We ain't gonna do that this summer anymore because we're gonna see
that's done, bro. Yeah, I'm not even looking at the right.
We need a left back. We need a left back and a midfielder. We need a left back, a midfielder, and a striker. If Xerxes going to lead the summer, bring Ollie Watkins in. Go to Aston Villa, tell them, here's Xerxes, give us Ollie Watkins. Swap deal. Bring him in. Do it. We need a striker. We need someone up top who can score goals. Ollie Watkins is perfect. Well, he's not perfect, but he's good enough to score goals. I mean, all right, Mazraoui, guys. You're on mute, Kyle. You're on mute, bro.
Oh, actually, I agree with you that we do need 4 kings, and we do need to get that sub take done. But Mazraoui, I'm speechless on it. It's like Mazraoui and the Lord are competing on each right back, can piss me off the most every week. And that's a wicked competition that I've done ever since both of them are signed for this club. And I don't know what we can do because our channels are very weak, and especially when we are off the ball and counter-attacking, we are very weak on the channel. So it's something we need to strengthen either this summer. We need to strengthen it this summer and in the January window and in the next summer coming up, plus strengthen our centre backs as well. So at Mazari, I'll give him a 5 here.
Yeah, I'll give him a 5 as well.
Who, Mazraoui?
Yeah, I'll give him a 5. You want good, but
Three.
you want a
Three.
3.
Useless. Three. 3 out of 10. Get rid. All right, Maguire. 5.
5. I'll give him a 5.
5, 5.
I won't give him any lower because he did try and come back on the offensive side and try and do something. But
Yeah.
defending, nah, I'll give him a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason for me giving him a 5 is lack of leadership in that centre back duo. Maguire is a senior centre back out of Heaven. If he sees Heaven is having a
Who
poor
got
game,
relegated
he
5
should.
times? Where's the number 5 for
Huh?
United? Who got relegated 5 times and where's the number 5 for United? I rest my case.
Yeah, and also you see as well, he knows Hull City. He was a former Hull City player as well. So
He didn't organize. He didn't organize the set piece very well.
He got
yeah, so
relegated.
as well.
Got relegated with Hull City. Got relegated with Sheffield United twice. Oh no, Hull City twice. Sheffield United once. I don't know who else he got relegated with. Was it Hull City all the times and Leicester and Sheffield United 2 times? I think I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with United and tiny relegated players. It's like
Yep.
we have an obsession with them. Because even Matheus Fernandes were after Matheus Fernandes, and then Harry Maguire, we signed him. But anyway, we are downgrading. Yeah, so Harry Maguire is a 5 because he's just a poor centre back. I don't see any quality of him being a top 6 or big 6 centre back. So
No, I don't.
well, we should get rid of Maguire, and our centre back pairing for the last 6 years has been the same. Look at City. City has changed their centre back pairing twice, thrice, and most of them have been sold.
And if it doesn't
That
work,
same.
they'll get rid and redo it again. If it doesn't work, they're gonna get rid and redo it again. That's what they're gonna do. I promise you.
Yeah, while United will not do that again.
Bruv, how many times are we gonna sit here and give ratings to players that don't deserve to be at this club? Joke. All right, Aiden Heaven.
5.
And then
No disrespect to the kid. Yeah, he's a decent young center back, but 4. I'm giving you a 4.
I'll say a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's a young centre back or a decent centre back. Head in heaven, you know your job is to prevent goals from getting into the net. If you have a poor game, I'll give you a 3, and you have failed at your job. And
Yeah, I'll give him a
even if
3. I'll give him a 3
yeah,
too. I'll change it to a
Yeah.
3 because he was bad. He was bad in the corner. He allowed the defender to peel off him, and he was ball watching. He wasn't watching the defend, and he didn't clear it off. And the fact of the matter is, he didn't even get back into position to try and stop the rebound. He was completely taken out of the game, and it was just tapping. And
Yeah.
also some passing as well was bad. He passed and then he giving away the pass, and we were straight on the counter attack by Hull. So he had a poor game. That was probably one of the poorest games I've seen him in a while. He was very, very poor.
Yeah, and also with Heaven as well, some of the mistakes he has made, even an academy manager will shout at him for making those mistakes. So nothing about him being young there. He does that. He was making a mistake that even a rookie cannot make in that game. Yeah. So it is a thief for me. Sorry, Heaven, but you do need far more mentorship for it to even start a game at United. You can be a super sub off the bench, but to start, you did further mentorship from more experienced centre backs. And ahead of this game, I wanted Euro and Maguire to start. Even this preseason, I want Euro and Maguire to start.
Because I think you was further ahead.
Yeah,
in his development
those
because
centre back pairing.
I've seen Euro head the ball away a lot and defend very better. So I think Euro is far further ahead of him on this time.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't know why Heaven started. I don't know why Carrick had this obsession, this precision of Heaven and Maguire. Yeah, when he has been saying it has been the reason why we have been conceding goals in this precision. That's why I'm blaming Carrick, because a good quality manager will see that this centre back pairing has failed me in precision. This centre back pairing has considered me goals in precision. Why should I start them for the first game of the season? Why should I start them on my official debut as a manager?
Yeah.
Mm.
And you have to give Carrick his slick chicks where he deserves those slick chicks, because it is his
Yeah,
fault. Because if he knows that Heaven and Maguire has been conceding goals, why are you starting those two pairings together? Either one of
exactly,
them has to be benched.
exactly.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Um, I'm gonna say three for Aiden Heaven. Sorry, four for Aiden Heaven. Luke Shaw left back.
Uh,
Guys, are we even gonna let's just give a rating and let's just move on. Like
he's gonna get
like
two.
it's
Seriously,
like when a train's over here in Thailand, right? They come over here when the train reaches the station, it picks up a thing from the post. It goes away. Yeah, do that with Luke Shaw. Give him a rating and let's just dip. All right, Luke Shaw, two.
number two.
Move
Give
on.
it two.
Let's not even discuss Luke Shaw. Waste of time, waste of space. Kyle, what do you think about Luke Shaw? Give him a
Luke Shaw. Yeah, so Luke Shaw, I'll give him a one. Luke
okay.
Shaw, I feel like his defending is way past the current defending levels. Luke
He's done,
Shaw,
man.
his system has broken, and you can tell the system broke down in 2017. So he has been trying to reboot that defending system, but it's clearly gone, dusted, and United needs to sell it for scraps or let it go for free.
Yeah, he's
It's
not a
going
top
to be
six. He's not a
expensive.
top six left back no more. He's done. Let him go to Saudi or MLS or a bottom club that don't need the pressure. Because he's definitely not where United want to be. So he's
Yeah,
definitely a two or even a one. I'll give him.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So next player.
I'll give him a rating in a bit, Michael. All right. Midfield.
Tillmans and Santos.
Tielemans. Was it Tielemans yesterday that started?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Tielemans.
I was very disappointed in Tillmans, and this is why I'm going to give him a four. He's passing. I didn't see the Tillmans passing that we should have. His tracking back was bad. His energy was bad. His physicality was also bad. I'm afraid. I know he's a new signing, but he needs a four. And I don't know if it was because you didn't use him much in preseason and he's not match fit, but he was very bad. And for a new signing to start and you're that bad, I'm sorry, man. It's a four.
Yes. Tielemans, four for me. I'm not gonna give him. I'm not gonna explain my. Let's quickly do the ratings. I do have to go shortly.
Yeah,
But
I think I'll give a four. Yeah, Tillman, I can really see why Aston Villa was happy to sell to us Tillman at that point.
no. But that was the release clause. Don't forget. Nothing to do with Villa selling. It was the release.
Yeah, but you know how, like, you know how Atletico Madrid has been fighting with Barcelona with that release clause, those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Aston Villa did not fight over that Tillman deal, while
But the player
while
wanted to
Atletico.
move to a club. To be fair, he wanted to move to a club.
Yeah, but you know, but Alvarez wants Barcelona, but Atletico Madrid is fighting to keep Alvarez. That's when you know you're getting a good quality player. When the selling club is fighting not to sell him to you, despite the list clause, despite the terms in the contract.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if Aston Villa was willing, was Aston Villa did not resist. Even if I understand there's a list clause, but they did not resist. So that's what I was a bit skeptical about Tillman, but I'll give him a for that rating. And he gave away a free kick. I'll be honest, he gave away a free kick there. His foul is the reason why we we lost 2-0. And yeah,
Yeah.
Santos.
Yeah,
What?
Santos, I'll give him a five again. Again, he didn't control the defensive area that he should have done.
Yeah.
Um, he looked really bad actually, to be honest. And I could see why he was on Chelsea's bench for the majority of the season because he's not up to scratch yet. And these are the guys that are starting, so he gets a
That
five.
that
You know
finished
what I mean?
finished 10th as well last season.
That's it. And this is why when people said I wasn't bashing the players, I'm just bashing the quality of players that you want as you starting 11, which I don't think we've yet to really fully get right yet. You know, so he needs some development. You know, when you can't really have a development player as your number one starter. We needed somebody else and Santos. So I'll give him a five.
Yeah,
Mm.
I give him a 5 as well because I think Santos and Tillman, it's still a new CM pairing that still needs to bond. And they threw them too early into the fire pit, and clearly we saw that both of them burnt
Yep.
that, yeah, in this first game. And I give Santos a 5. There's not much saying, but I think we needed a menu to start alongside Santos, or we needed a menu to start alongside Tilsman. That's why
Yeah.
you need an all player plus a new player to start in that pivot. You cannot start two new pivot players together.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
especially for the first game.
I'm gonna give Andrew Santos a 4. I mean, he was quiet. He didn't really do much. There was no, urgency from him. There was no intensity in the midfield from him at all. He was really quiet. He went missing. I didn't really see much of him in the first half. I don't think he was that good as well, to be quite frank. So yeah,
Mm.
I mean, let's just be honest. Our midfield was non-existent yesterday. Let Hull City run through us quite easily. Brian Mbumo, 6.
Yeah, I'll give him a
Despite
six.
despite him not finishing his chances, he got into good positions that he could have scored from. He got
I
into
mean,
good areas.
sorry.
I'm saying he got into good areas. He got into decent positions
Yeah, I
to
mean the
score.
reason why I can't give him anything but a six, and I won't give him a five because he wasn't that bad, but I'll give him a six because he got into positions, and he forced the keeper to make saves, and that's all you couldn't really ask. You know, sometimes you're not going to score them all. Even Ronaldo don't get them all, but as long as he makes the keeper save and then made the keeper do two good saves, but then he went missing a little bit in the second half, so that's why he won't get any higher than a six.
Yes, and for Bomo, I'm sorry to say this, but I, as Bomo deserves a 5. He, all the points that you have been mentioning is what our right winger needs to do. Create those chances, need to create chances to score, to assist, and if Abomo's main job description is not doing it, then it's a 5. He has
Mm.
failed at his main job. And creativity wise, Abomo has this thing of inconsistencies so far, where if he faces against opposition defenders who are physical, he gets bullied down, and the defenders are the ones who win the battle against him. So I don't know. I'm not convinced against Bomo yet. Yeah, 50-50 about Bomo. Precision, he did. I was also 50-50 about him. He started off the preseason on a poor note, then he slowly grew into the
Yeah,
preseason. So um, that's also made me 50-50 about this season as well. Really start off with a poor note, then slowly grow into the player that we love, like last season again. And if that happens 2 seasons in a row, then he needs to be sold. next summer.
Mm.
Yeah,
And Bumo, I mean, like I said, I'm still sticking with the six because obviously he was getting to good areas and everything like that. So yeah, six.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing. That's why we gave him a six because he was doing all right when he did, but he just didn't finish, and then he
Let's
went. Yeah.
move on to Bruno Fernandes. Let me
Uh.
have a quick discussion on Bruno Fernandes. All right, guys. We've mentioned already at the start of the show that Bruno Fernandes has lost the ball 22 times. Right? If you want to dictate the tempo, if you want to keep the ball, if you want to be good in possession, if you want to be good in transition, you need your one of your best players and one of your best creative players to not lose the ball 22 times the way he did yesterday. Yeah? 3 for Bruno Fernandes. And I mean this in a respectful way. He was fucking awful. Was missing the whole entire game. Long ball, who's ball over the top. To who? Who's he passing it to now? You know? Who's he passing it to now? This is why I don't understand. Like, never mind. You guys go ahead. I'll have
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
He
sorry,
wasn't
you
good.
can go
Sorry.
ahead.
Yeah. So he wasn't. He wasn't great last night. So I'll give him a 4. You know, he wasn't doing. He wasn't creative enough. He wasn't. But one thing I would say about Bruni is like this every season. Yeah, at the start of the season, he can be rusty, and then he slowly picks up his form towards the end. So I expected the same thing. You know, these 1 or 2 games, you might not see the best of Bruno, but then September, November, that's the time you start seeing Fernandez. So I'll give him a 4 because he was poor.
Yeah, but that question is if he was a normal player, I'll say that's okay. But he's a captain. He's a captain of this beautiful club that we love, and you cannot have a captain that has an engine that slowly starts. Like you know how, for example, I'll give you an example. When you wake up and your car engine is refusing to pick up space quickly, that is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno
But the thing with
Fernandes,
Bruno though, he's a veteran, and that's what I say about you. Mean he's a veteran now, and some of the guys we need to buy players who can support a veteran now. You know, you can't expect a 32, 33 to always carry you. You know, all the other guys them now need to support Bruno. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Bruno
and
Fernandez, in his 20, he carried us. Now he's becoming towards the twilight of his career, where he might just be 1 or 2 years at the top. And this is why I said we need a squad. Yes, he's his captain, but we need a squad team where the voice captain, if the captain's not up to scratch, you could say, "Oh, like come off the bench," and we got somebody else who can, you know, get onto Bruno. Because what I see with Fernandez is age, and I see that he's going to need games because he didn't have preseason, and he's going to need games to get to the top. But yeah, he's captain. You want us to win, but yeah, we don't have a guy. We don't. We don't. Why didn't you put Joshua Xerxes when you realize Bruno wasn't have a good 60 minutes? He didn't do it, and this is why I got too
yeah,
harsh on Bruno because I think
yeah.
he's carried the team too much now, and we need to. This is what I kept saying to Ekavil and yourself, Kyle. We need someone else other than Bruno
He needs to
because
take a step back for other people
yeah,
to
we
take
need
part.
yeah because he's too much Bruno centric. When Bruno's on form, because I know one thing with Bruno, yeah, he will get on form. The same conversation we're having won't be the same conversation at the end of the season because he'll be doing things that's to save us. But we need somebody else. We need somebody else to step up. Because I don't think Bruno has a captain, a vice captain on the pitch. I don't think he has. And that's why you see Bruno start doing too much. Because I don't see Bruno like, okay, if Bruno's not having a good game, who else? Cunha don't show up, set up. If Bremer don't step up. And that's what we need to be doing. And yeah, he was very poor. Sorry if I got you off there.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
No,
Um,
no,
but, but, but yeah.
yeah. So I think for me, my first point is, well, Bruno Fernandes as a captain, he let us down.
Mm.
First of all, your team was confused as chickens were in that game. Your defense wasn't organized. Your midfield looks as if it can be pegged through, and and that makes it even more worse because you are in that midfield. So it should be controlling that midfield. Your, and your attack wasn't getting much chances. Even when they were getting chances, they were not being they're not pulling out much of that back five or much of that nine defensive midf- that nine that those nine players on that pitch. So there was nothing that we were doing as much that could help us in that aspect. So I give you a two because you have failed us in that game, and much of it, all of it is on your fault, and some of it is on the Ineos fault for also not planning a successor in time. Right now they should have signed you a successor to potentially succeed you next season or to succeed you in 2 season times, but most likely they will not. So yeah, next player.
Yeah, who's
Uh,
next?
Cunha,
Four.
four,
Quiet.
four.
Quiet. Not more. I didn't. I think the only thing he did was a pass to Imbremo, and that was it.
Um, can we quickly get to the predictions? Sorry, the ratings, because I do have to
Yeah.
go, and
Yeah.
I have to do Kyle's fan cam, then I have to do another fan cam, and then I
Yeah.
have to do another.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
Let's play it. Yeah.
All right, Cunha, guys. Quickly,
Four.
let's go. Cunha 4.
Cunha.
4.
Cunha number 4 as well. Cunha as a striker, I don't want to see Cunha start as a striker anymore. I'm tired of seeing Cunha start as a striker. We need a good quality backup striker.
Yeah.
I don't want to see makeshift Mbomo start as a striker. Don't want to see makeshift other people start as a striker. And I'm pointing it out to Ineos is that you have seen that Cunha performance. You have seen Mbomo's performance as a striker. So please, if you love this club, get a loan player on loan, or maybe get a Matata in on a 2 year deal as a makeshift striker, temporary, so as you look for a good quality striker that can compete bar to bar with Cisco.
Yeah.
Because so I give Cunha 4 because he did not score goals, he did not convert chances, and he looked quiet in that attack. He actually was covered up by Hull City's Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Dorgo 2.
Two. Two.
I,
Bad.
I don't even want to discuss him, man. He was awful.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, actually, Dogo, I'll give him a 1. I wanted Dogo out of the field at 35th minute. Once the 2-0 went in, I wanted Dogo out of that field. And that's where Carrick should have subbed him out. If Carrick was ruthless enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Subs. Let's just do the subs right now.
Oh.
So the first player that came on was Marcus Rashford, familiar face.
I'll give him a good
Five.
score. I'll give him six because he did try to influence the game. He was doing a lot more than what Drogo was doing, but the problem is Rashford didn't have no backup again. So he was trying to influence the game. I saw him get into the areas where he could cross. He did put crosses into the box. He did try to take on guys, and he did try and liven up our attack. And he did what was really active as a sub, and he did it.
Yeah, 5 for me. I mean, he looked a bit. He was alright. Yeah. As Michael asked us here, what did you think of Rashford's appearance yesterday? I don't think he was that bad, but
He did what he was out to, boy, guys. You know,
still think he's good enough.
yeah. I don't think it's good enough, but he did what was he asked. Kai asked him to level up the attack, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Balde's been left out of Barcelona team today. We need to get him done fast. We've been told he can leave. Hopefully, we get him done then. Nice to see Lacey get minutes as well. We'll get to Lacey in a bit.
Mm.
Get to Lacey.
Yeah. Yeah, so my thoughts on Rashford performance. I thought he did all right. Actually, think he did better than how Dogo did. He should have started this game against Hull City than Dogo did. I think we needed a proper. We need proper players at the right positions. That's something that the old manager failed at doing, and this current manager is failing at doing as well. And what else? I think I give him a 6 because it was a positive performance. He was a bit frustrated because he didn't have the opposite runner assist come into the box or help him stretch out the other defenders on the opposite side. So it looked like he was doing it all by himself. So there, there are players that are sabotaging his progress. So I give
Mm.
him a 6 not because of the players' performances, but because his team let him down really when he came off the bench.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Benjamin Sesko. 3.
Oh,
Didn't have
he's
service.
not fit. You can see he's not fit. He's not match fit. What? Nah,
No,
it was a
I don't
bad.
think he was much fit, Ray. I think he was offered no service. There was no service from anyone
But
yesterday.
he was offered some service, but he couldn't jump. He just wasn't fit. It was offered some service, but Sesko needs game time. He definitely needs game time.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah, he needs game time for sure. But it's what happens when you miss a whole preseason, and it's we are born to see this. I was actually worried about Sesko, and I knew that if Sesko came off the bench, there will be something you can see a lack of match. How
Yeah.
lack how you don't perf- how you don't get a match precision that's to you. So for Sesko,
Yeah, I mean, we needed Sesko coming on when we didn't need to win a game. We didn't need to try and get goals. We needed Sesko coming on to get minutes. And unfortunately, we threw him on to try and get goals, and he's just not ready. You could see a player there that needs to be ready. He needs fitness. He needs confidence because I won. What he had, when the ball was passed to him, and informed Sesko would have hit that first time, and that would have been a goal. He tried to control it, got on his feet, lost it because he's not sharp yet.
Mm. Sesko 3 can't jump. Yeah, you're right. Spot on.
yeah, Sesko, I'll give him a 3-2. I can see
Mm.
the lack of match fitness, the lack of decision, and also I think he was rushed too soon.
Mm.
If I was correct, to be honest, I will just leave Sesko out of the starting 11, and I'll start having, like, how you have closed precision fixtures, close those precision fixtures against these small teams. You
Yeah.
start organizing them against the local teams, and then you ask them to come to Carrington. It tests how Sesko's fitness is against them. And that's what Carrick should start doing before
Yes.
the window ends. Yeah,
Mm.
and then he pushes the ball to go sign a backup striker.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kobe Mainu. I thought he was our best player when he came on. I'll be honest with you guys. I thought Mainu was actually quite good when he came on. I thought he offered a bit yesterday. He was he looked comfortable when winning the ball back. He looked a bit sharp. I think Mainu was our best player on the pitch yesterday when coming on. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but that's what I think. I thought he was good. I thought he was all right. I'm gonna say
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
five.
really remember what I don't really remember him to be fair, so I'll just give him a 5.
Yeah.
yeah, actually, to be honest, I think ahead of this game, I did want Menu plus a new signing to start because I thought Menu should is good enough to start, and Menu clearly showed to me that he should have started this game. Nothing against Tillsman and Santos, but you don't put two new boys together in the first game. It like yeah. So even for the sake of bonding and chemistry, the rush Tillsman and Santos starting together too soon. You put a Tillsman and Santos starting together or two Lucani starting together in game week 10 or game week 15. Around there, you don't put it in game week 1. So I think Menu, I'll give him a rating of number 6. He did quite well, and Sadly, he came on too late when the game was already gone.
Hmm.
Yeah, in terms of tempo and control.
Diogo Dallo.
Brr,
4.
brr, 1.
So okay, fair enough. 4 for me.
Yeah, I'll say 1 as well. I don't know what Dalot did in that game as a sub. I just want the channels fixed. Right
Mm.
back is coming an issue. Left back is becoming an issue. Left winger is we need a backup left winger and we need a backup right winger. So
Yeah. That's why I
it,
grunted when
it
it was brr, 1.
yeah, and
Well,
that game for sure the channels was haunted. As a
mm,
sub, as a starter, the channel did poorly and they disappointed us in this game. So I think that's why I gave all of those players who started in the channels a bad rating because I'll be honest, our better we dominated in the center midfield and Hull City knows that we're good center of the park. And I don't know why United knows traditionally we have been good center of the park, but what we struggle in the past few years is the channels.
Yeah.
yeah,
Even Baleba, this Baleba signing, I know I'm drifting. The Baleba signing is a signing to strengthen already what you're strong at. Why can't we sign a player where we're weak at the
exactly.
channels? Hmm.
We are weak in the channels, and that's what I said at the earlier start of the show. I think Blame is just strong through the middle, but it's the channels where we struggle. You could see that. You could see that is it's just one long ball over into the channels, and then boom, we're in trouble. And I don't think Belaber's going to
Bit of
solve that because he's not
bit
going
of
to be
care.
able to cover the middle and the channels. He's not. I know he's athletic and I know he's fast, but how he's going to cover when we just when the opposition just does a long ball over the top?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give Dallo like a 3. You guys all agree? You guys wanna change any last thoughts on that? Because I wanna move on.
Nah,
No. But I put Dalo as a 1.
I put it
Okay.
with 1. Yep.
All right. Last but not least, Shea Lacey. Yeah, nice to see him get
I
minutes.
didn't
I
get
agree.
minutes. I think he was. I think he came on too late. I think he should have came on at
For
least
sure.
maybe 20 minutes
The
to
last
try and change it. He was only had he only had 5 minutes to try and get us going, and they marked him out in the game some of the time. So I'm going to give him a 5, not because it was bad. It's because I think Carrick put him on too late. 80
guy.
minutes.
Ray, sorry, 1 second. We're 11 subs away from 700, guys. Come on, let's get closer to 700, guys. Come on, subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe to Kylo's channel. Well, I'll put the link in the description after the video ends. Sorry, continue, Ray.
Yeah, as I was saying, I gave him a 5, not because I don't think it was bad. I don't think he just had time to do anything. I mean, 10 minutes to go, losing. It's not. There's no hate on the kid. I don't think. I don't. I think he should have came on at half 60 minutes or something
Hmm.
because he did. He just didn't have anything to do. We were already losing the game, and by that time, Hull well defending us out the game.
Yeah. Kyle.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ray. I think at halftime is when we knew that the game was already lost. I don't know why we started to bring in attacking subs when we should have brought in a defensive sub and bring in the other what they call it, likes of Rashford, those guys, like of Rashford, defensive subs, Ashelesi early on, and I'll give Shalesi a 5 out of 10 because he didn't have much things to do and yeah, he came on too late.
Mm.
Hmm. Um. Yeah, that's it. I guess I'm actually no. My rating for Shea Lacey is
Manager,
no. My rating for Shea Lacey. 1 second. I'm gonna give him a 4 or 5. I mean, he came on, he looked a bit lively. Yeah, he has moments, but just couldn't find the target. Just couldn't find the cutting edge. And yeah, that's what it is. Manager, I don't I don't know. 4. I mean, the lineup was wrong, but I can't blame him for the players not turning up. The players have to turn up regardless of what the lineup is. These players were good enough to beat Hull yesterday. Whether you think these guys are good enough for this football club or not, they were good enough to beat Hull yesterday. So
Yes, they
these
were.
players, they didn't turn up yesterday. So I'm not going to put that on Carrick. I put Carrick, one thing I put on Carrick is the starting lineup is wrong. Yesterday, the lineup was wrong. But what I don't blame Carrick is the players not turning up. These players
No,
decided.
I don't blame for player performances. No,
No, no,
that's the
they
ratings
didn't.
that we give them. But his performance as a manager, in terms of how he set the team up and how he during the game, in game management and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll give him a 4 as well because his lineup was awful. I didn't like this centre back pairing. I didn't like Jogo up there. I didn't realize that Amon was injured, or I can't really blame him for that. And his in-game management, he couldn't change it. After we went 2-0 down, we lost it. He didn't have a pep talk in halftime to get the lads going. The lads then didn't come out with any intensity. His substitutions were too late, and he probably just gave up after halftime because he wasn't really vibrant during the second half. He wasn't really trying to scream instructions to anyone. He was just letting them simply just pass the ball here and there and everywhere and not do much. So I'll give him a 4. His in-game management was bad. His substitutions were bad, and his starting lineup was bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll give Carrick a C as well because I'll be honest. Number one, Carrick has played against Hull City. Last time we played against Hull City was when Carrick was out in that squad as a player. Carrick was in that squad where Hull City almost beat us in the first leg. For all those who remember in 2017, back then, was it 2017 or 2020? It isn't. It was one of the 17th or 15th around there. 15th, 17, unless I'm wrong. There. Yeah, unless somebody can remember. But it was one of those cup competitions, and
Yeah,
Carrick
this was
was that
17.
playing
Yeah,
squad.
17. Yeah.
Yeah. So as if it was another opposition, I'll give him a high rating. But this is against a club that you have faced against as a player. So it should surely be telling these players in at halftime, you should not be afraid of Hull City. You should be the one pumping them up. You should be the one beating them up in that pitch, and you should be the one being aggressive. You should be the one bullying and going at those players, and not just closing it here and there. You should be trying to close have in runs in that defense, run in into that defense, try to close. Yeah,
Yep.
and it should be, I feel like Carrick is too quiet, too charismatic, and trying to
Charismatic.
stay to himself. Huh?
Charismatic.
Trying to stay to himself, and he doesn't express his more emotions as much as possible. And that's the thing that is letting him down as a manager because these players,
Yeah.
when they look at the manager who isn't angry, they're like, "Oh, I might be doing something right,"
This
or the
is the
manager.
thing. Yeah, this is the thing, Kyle. There's no expression from him, so they might be thinking, "Yeah, I'm just passing the ball. I'm doing all right because I'm doing what the manager wants me." But there's no anger from him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's also no intensity. You can see the physicality, the intensity of those players have massively gone down. That
Yes.
yeah, these players are being bullied off the ball. These players have become the weakest squad I've ever seen
And
in this
this is the
United
worrying
squad.
bit. The will, yeah. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
Amrin wasn't great, but one thing Amrin did increase in terms of the levels of the team, and we were actually
yeah,
quite fit, and we won't be easily bullied off the ball. But now we've gone back to being bullied off the ball again.
yeah, and also something that no, it was also part of Ten Hag's diet as well. Remember that Ten Hag diet when he gave the players a plan on what to do
Yeah.
during preseason, and he told these players keep away from this kind of food, keep away from this gym, make sure you
Subscribe
gym
to
this
me.
amount of times.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, you should gym amount of this. You should keep to this gym routine, and they made the players to follow such a routine, and I feel like Carrick should adopt those small things from there. Yes, Ten Hag and Ruben Amorim failed, but there are some positives from those regimes. There's
Yeah.
some
Yes.
positives that you can see, and and not every manager is a complete failure, but some managers you can adopt some of the positive traits from there.
Yes. And
Yeah,
the intensity has definitely dropped.
yeah.
Mm.
And for
But
Carrick, surely his game management skills is a bit bad. And when he concede first goal, second goal at halftime, surely he should be no at the 40th minute. He should be changing the formation. He should be changing the tactics. He should be changing each player goes each way, or maybe he should have in drilled, or maybe this yeah, maybe this training sessions we should be saying that this week we're working on set pieces, or next week, or we're working on attacking. Yeah, and it should be a coach who should be writing these things down. So,
big up.
for Carrick, it's a disappointment. He has
Yeah.
disappointed us, and it's a failure that he has had as a debut.
Mm.
So,
Yes. As debut manager, yes. Very much of
mm.
it. You know what I mean? He's
So
not
it's a two out
caretaker
of
no more.
10.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's a
But
2 out of 10.
yeah,
So
go
let's
ahead.
hope he bounces back next week.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I was,
I actually do. He actually does need to bounce back. There's no hope of bouncing back. There's no way I'll accept any manager of mine to lose to two
guys, I
back to
do
back
have to go in
games.
a bit. So
To
wrap it up. I do
yeah
have to go.
yeah
But
yeah
let's wrap it up.
yeah. There's no way that I'll accept any manager to lose back to back to new promoted sides. But apart from that, that's 2 out of 10, and that's my last point.
Okay. So what's your final rating again for him? You're saying your final
Two,
rating.
2 out of 10.
Okay. Next week, if we don't wake up and beat Ipswich, yeah, alarm bells are gonna be ringing. We're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I do have to get Kyle's fan cam out the way, so Kyle, stay tuned. I send you the link for the fan cam. So when you're done with this, go to that link, and then I'll be there for the fan cam. Yes, I'll ask you a few questions and you just answer it like for 5-10 minutes, and then I have to do
Okay.
back for the Formula One show in about 15 minutes, guys. So stay tuned, hit the like button, subscribe. 11 subs to go to 700, guys. Do me a favor and do that. Subscribe and like the video. Go follow the lads. I'll put the links in the description of the video. Ray, shout out your Instagram. Kyle, shout out your YouTube channel. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, so follow me on Ray Carl Brown on Instagram. I'll follow the United Hub. And in future, I might drop another link, but at the moment, everything's in the plan. Yeah.
Kyle, YouTube channel.
Yeah. So subscribe to me at Football Overseas. At 1,034 subs, reach. I'm trying to reach 2,500. If you have already subscribed, tell a friend to subscribe, or tell a fellow United fan as well to subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big up, man. Big up. And guys, subscribe here. Hit the like button. Share. Subscribe. All the good stuff. Fuck United this weekend. Yeah. Ineos out. Glazers out. Wake the fuck up, guys. Sign some players. Yeah, and beat Ipswich next week. Yeah.
Please.